Hello, I'm Aquatic Toycat, and on this date in 2012, Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition was first introduced to the world, allowing console players to finally get their hands on some Minecraft. The question I have 8 years later now is, does Minecraft Xbox 360 still hold up? Because we all know that the game was discontinued. The last major update was in September of 2018. It was TU69, and the game has been discontinued since then with only a few bug fixes that have been finished for over a year now. So now we go into our 360, which is such a weird old system. Now we load up the good old Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition and we see how it plays in 2020. Okay, here we go. 4J Studios, Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, and look how many menu buttons there are. I'm used to just having play the game or buy some things, you know, and there's so many other options available here. But we will stay focused and we will connect to Xbox Live. Oh no, we won't. Welcome back. You may not have noticed, but your Minecraft has been updated. Added the Aquatic update. The oceans of Minecraft are now teeming with new life. Added shipwrecks underwater. Man, this is weird that, like, this is the newest thing you get in Minecraft 360, and it's still treated as very new if you just download the update today. Someone must be doing that every single week, being like, wow, these cool new things came to my Minecraft from all this time ago. That must be a shocking revelation to those people. But yeah, we're here today to play some Minecraft, so let's do precisely that. I'm not exaggerating when I say it's been a full minute and we're still waiting for a bar to go because of the initializing server phase. But besides that, I mean, the nostalgia of seeing Minecraft from like this is quite something. But yeah, it's been so long since I've waited more than 5 seconds to load up a Minecraft world. Feels kind of odd, but again, we're running 2005 hardware, trying to load up a Minecraft world with all these features. I guess it makes sense. I forgot how deafeningly loud the music can be in Minecraft Xbox 360. By the way, Minecraft, more like Menucraft, am I right? But 2 minutes later, here we are in a Minecraft 360 world that reminds me a little bit of my very first world ever, except now we've got a desert temple and a wooden mansion here. But yeah, let's play some of this game, and let's see how it really holds up. Because it looks so weird now playing Minecraft in, I think this is slightly under 720p, or if not exactly 720p. When the game first came out, the fact that they could, you know, hold it to super high, specs and frame rates and stuff was a super impressive feature. But over time, adding features to the game was their priority, and you can see how performance has kind of dropped as a result. There's a few frame dips here and there, especially as we look at animals and as they do weird things. But yeah, it's weird playing Minecraft like this. There's just so many parts of the UI that like are immediately familiar, but feel weird now that we're here. Like, look at this crafting. Oh, this is odd. But let's get some stuff going. Let's go raid the desert temple and then use the stuff to get a totem of undying from the Willow Mansion. That sounds like a good idea. Also, I think a village has just generated behind that desert temple. Man, you know, say what you want about Minecraft on consoles, but they understood that when you have limited worlds, you need to up your feature generation, and the number of these things you find in your world is crazy. Like, village, temple, mansion on a random seed. The fact that those 3 things are all right there is actually pretty nutty when you think about it. There's just something so pure about the way Minecraft Console Edition feels that, like, it's never been replicated, like, perfectly in Bedrock or in Java. But like, there's just some really nice things about the controls and the way it goes, that it's just smooth and makes sense. Like, oh yeah, there's a different sensitivity option for when you're in chess to when you're moving around normally. Because of course, when you're in chess, you want to be fast, you want to grab all the things, and you want to just zoom around and do that. I love that that is a thing that this version of the game pays attention to. It's nice, you know, it's nice. Like, it seems so odd to say because, like, obviously, this should have just been a terrible port of Minecraft, where you're like, haha, you're playing Minecraft, but on console, you idiot. But the fact that they managed to turn what should have been some dumb console port into actually one of the most interesting and best versions of Minecraft out there, that goes to show that 4J Studios really came into their own with this, you know, this game they ported right here. Like, someone at 4J clearly knew that they were dealing with something special. And that's why they put so much effort into making the game what it was, into running, you know, like, perfectly. Not just a little well, running perfectly in so many different ways. Like the commitment to smoothness, but also the commitment to making the game usable on a controller. Again, something a lot of PC ports still to this day, it's 2020, they don't understand that you can't just port a game to console and use a cursor instead of a mouse that is controlled with a thumbstick. This game has a separate crafting system for all the different things in the games, by the way. Like, there's dies, there's banners, there's stuff like that. There's, you know, the fact that this game understands that, like, oh yeah, when you're on a controller, you have a different, you know, priority system. It's something that very few games understand, even from huge studios, and it's crazy to see here in the 360 version, the crafting is still intuitive after all of these years. The frame rate definitely isn't there. You know, this was a perfectly optimized game, but I think the 2020 version definitely, it falls a little short of my expectations. Wow, why is my 15-year-old gaming console not running Minecraft perfectly? I don't understand. It does feel really weird, though, to be just breaking straight into a Willow Mansion. It feels like, you know, this is usually found like 20,000 blocks away from spawn on Java and Bedrock. It was found less than 20 away from spawn here on the 360 edition, because the worlds are so small on this version. You start with a map. If you just want to see the size of these worlds, you can see how, like, oh yeah, we've got like a tenth of the world in this little bubble around me, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. Anyway, let's go get Tom from dying, or at least let's die trying. Oh lord, I can't sprint right now for some reason. But yeah, my basic plan is just to not die. My basic plan has failed. Also, look at that frame rate, jeez. So I start a new world, but we all know how long that takes. So instead, I figured I'd come to this village and find a bed here. But remember, this is pre-village and pillage. There are no beds inside houses. Instead, village houses are just these big empty rooms. How was this how it was until like 2019? How did we... Again, it's weird how many edges of Minecraft like we just accept as being normal until they change and you're like, yeah, actually, it was weird before it changed. And this is one of those big examples of just like, how did villages exist? They just... Some houses have a torch in them somewhere. And that's the most furniture you're gonna get, it seems. It's so weird. It's so weird. But let's take some food. And let's go explore the world, I guess. Because already, just after passing this village, you can see how that's the edge of the world. That is the world border. That is just a bunch of sea that pretends to exist. It doesn't actually exist in any version of the world. And yeah, it's very strange that you can just hit the border. How many seconds after spawning? Like, you know, a good 200-meter walk, and suddenly you've hit a world border where you can't go beyond. I mean, the basic fact of the matter is you can actually play Minecraft. It holds up in the sense that this is a playable, full functioning version of Minecraft, and 90% of the things you expect in modern day Minecraft are found right here, and therefore you can live your normal life chopping down trees, although I don't know what happened to this one. You can live your life chopping down trees, making a base, going underground, and unless you hit the world border, or unless you need a village and pillage or never update feature, it's not going to be a big deal, although we just hit another world border. Again, the world is fairly small. You forget how small till you start walking around it, I guess. But, you know, like, most of Minecraft is right here, but the cool thing about it is it's not just 90% of Minecraft, because that's how I describe it right now. It's still very much a playable, full version of Minecraft, which goes to show that, like, 8 years ago, they released a game that somehow still holds up in 2020, at least with the updates. I'd say the updates is the bigger part of that, but still, they managed to keep this game from 2012 alive and functioning well enough that, like, if you give this game to someone who's never played Minecraft, they would love it just as much as anyone would love modern-day Minecraft. You can destroy entire sections of your world. You can go caving to look for abandoned mine shafts or even strongholds if you really want to. All of these, you can get beacons by killing the Wither. All of these things are possible and have been possible since like 2014, which is when I last played this Let's Play world in the 360 version. Because yes, this world that I still play every Monday started right here, and if I needed to, if I was stranded on a desert island, I could happily continue playing it right here. Most of the key features are still around. Most of the things you see, the lighthouse, the big toy cat statue, etc., were possible all this time ago. I mean, some things were a bit smaller, like, I mean, my mega beacon. Actually, this is a full mega beacon, it's just not made out of emeralds. Sure, some things were a bit smaller, and some things were a bit less well put together, but the majority of things, as you can see right here, have lasted all this time, and the majority of Minecraft things anyone chooses to do are possible regardless of what version of Minecraft you choose to do them in. You want to get yourself some strength potions? Heck yes, still can do that. You want to go ahead and do pretty much any modern day Minecraft function, they are all possible. What was that? That was the weirdest animation I've ever seen. To me, that is the one true beauty of Minecraft, is that even though the updates are what keep it fresh, are what keep it so alive, and being the biggest game of all time, the truth is, even if you never got a Minecraft update, you were disconnected from the internet today because of some apocalypse-like scenario, Minecraft would still be perfectly beautiful and would still be a game that you could have a lot of fun playing around with. You know, the armory that I've just been finishing up this last couple of weeks? Boom, made it all the way back here, and all the same things that I have in the armory would function back, you know, prior to 2014. The fact that so many of Minecraft's joys and pleasures can be traced back to versions that were made many, many years ago and to features which have existed since the very inception, shows just how fundamental a foundation the game is built on. But it's not just a solid foundation. Again, 90% of the things you want to do in Minecraft are possible in this old version, but also some things are marginally better. Look at minecarts, for instance. They go faster in this version of Minecraft than they do in the default version of Bedrock, and I'm pretty sure in the default version of in Java, because they just figured, why don't we speed up minecarts 2 times? It's a console exclusive feature, it's a small one, but it's pretty appreciated, especially if you want to cross your world real fast, like you better believe we would do today. Because you know what else is still here? You better believe it. You might think, like, oh yeah, these old versions, they sure lack some things, and I mean, oh, apparently frame rate is one of those things that we're lacking. But you can see how even my biggest ever project, my Sky Height Sugarcane Farm, you better believe it functions all the way back here. Oh my god, look at it slowly loading in chunk by chunk. The 360 was not designed to handle Sky Height Sugarcane Farms. Today we learned. Oh, it's even got more beautiful because the water kind of changes as it goes from left to right, from this dark blue to a light blue because of the Aquatic update. That's real nice. I wonder why it affects here on the 360 version of the world, but not the Bedrock version. I guess the biomes count as different for water purposes. I'd love to know what the logic is behind that, actually. But yeah, even though we get real frame rate issues for being anywhere near this sugarcane farm, the fact that I can have a sugarcane farm, really cool. The fact that if you want to beat Minecraft, I can't install world because it doesn't have an end portal, but any other world you can just go and beat Minecraft. And even, you know, the Wither boss, the Elder Guardian, every major Minecraft boss that exists, you know, it still has the Willow Mansion, as you saw earlier. It's crazy that this is all possible in a 360, again, a port of the game designed for a console 15 years ago that was sold 8 years ago, but they just kept updating anyway until the last moment they legally could. Again, the real beauty of this game is, the real beauty of Minecraft as a whole, I would say, is this commitment to not only keeping things and but updating them, and in some cases making them better, and not just in the case of like, oh yeah, did you know minecarts go faster and dumb things like that? Not just the case of a unique crafting UI or unique menu system, or again, you know, you can see how many different choices, like changing skins within the game. This is something that came from the console. It's a clever idea. Like on Java, you have to go to the Minecraft website to change your skin. On Bedrock, it used to be you uploaded a skin or whatever. Here on console, you change it from within the game, with the limitations obviously being you have to download the skins or whatever first. But like the fact that you know, that is a revolution to how you play Minecraft that's so simple that no one thinks about till it's here in a console. Another great example, in my opinion, is if we leave the game, is the fact that Minecraft Xbox 360, this is all console editions, but the fact that it's on 360 is crazy, has a customized super flat option, which admittedly is also on the Java edition, but the Java edition doesn't have a UI within the game. You have to go to a third-party website if you want to change this stuff, and even then, it's not as intuitive, easy to do. There's a GUI for doing something which isn't possible still in Bedrock, and in Java is only done outside the game. Why isn't this the checkbox which you can do from inside Minecraft anywhere else besides, again, the console port of you know, for a console that is you know, 15 years old now? It really just goes to show the craziness of this stuff. You can do so many weird things with super flats. It's been a while since I've tried one, but let's try and come up with one right now. Okay, this is really basic. It's just gold, then water, then some coral blocks. Let's use this preset, shall we? And let's see how it works for a world. By the way, that world loaded in about 10 seconds, so I guess it's easier to load in a world filled with coral than a world of anything else. But again, the fact that we can have a world like this, a silly challenge, I'll admit this challenge isn't actually doable because we don't bring any wood or anything. Oh wait, the wood would come from the treasure ships if we can find one. So I didn't find a shipwreck yet, but I think I found something a little more interesting. Look at this. Look at the possibilities you can have for silly, dumb survival concepts. Again, without having to pay for something on the marketplace, etc, etc. I really think this is one of the biggest ways you can have fun in Minecraft survival. You know, like, oh my god, look at a mob spawn down there. You know, I see why it took so long to spawn in. But, like, the fact that stuff like this is possible, look at the insanity. It's cool, right? It's been so long. But the fact that, you know, Minecraft tries to generate these super wacky concepts, and it leads to things like this, I would say, oh, there is actually a ship in front of us. We actually could take on the ocean monument, because we got enough wood in that ship, probably, and we can make, like, a wooden sword and get enough blocks to kind of climb it, to go kill the Elder Guardians and get some gold blocks. That'd be nice, right? Like, you can create the challenges for yourself in Minecraft. It's such a beautiful game in that way. That even just, like, giving you the most basic of features, just customizing your worlds and how they spawn in, etc., can really change so much else about it. Ooh, some leather boots. with the curse of vanishing. I'll take thorns instead. See, this is my food source. The fact that even something I just came up with off the top of my head just to make a slightly interesting looking world is actually a survivable and, you know, I would argue kind of interesting challenge. It might only take you 30 minutes to finish up and get those gold blocks, but that is literally 3 layers. I love that this 360 version of Minecraft has features that neither the Java nor neither of the 2 main versions still have to this day. You could argue it's there on Java, just slightly less user accessible. You can even argue it's slightly better on Java because of how customized worlds works. Although, I think that's been turned off since 1.14. Tell me if I'm wrong, they've added that back since then, because the reason they added buffet worlds was because they couldn't add customized worlds again. That was a weird bug or weird development phase with that. Also, you get 3 different types of plank from a thing. Oh no, this is a log. But yeah, still, the fact that a feature with so much possibility behind it was left behind here only on the console editions, which are discontinued. I feel like that's so strange, even now to this day. I'm just like, but how do we get to this phase where this was a thing that I can go back and play in this version of the game, which is missing 1.14, 1.15, 1.16. There are no bees, there is no never update, there's no beds. There's just lots of mobs under an ocean monument, and in some ways, that is actually, you know, there's an enderman there too. Should we go see what happens if we get all the creepers to explode at once? I'm sure this will go perfectly fine. Okay, this is going great. Okay, boom, the creepers are taking out all the other mobs. That is my solution, and it works. So yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had here in the 360 edition. And that's before we mention something that I'll admit they're never going to port anywhere else. It's going to be stuck here in the console edition forever because even, you know, the base game holds up 90%. I mean, there's performance issues, there's a few missing features, but then there's extra features and there's extra ways in which it seems to generate with some nice advantages. But the big thing, the thing it still has going, oh, we just got Elder Guardian. I knew it would happen, and we just got killed. But Minecraft literally added mini games inside of itself. You can fight in like a Hunger Games-esque thing, you can play a Spleef-X mini game, or you can literally, this one even works by yourself by the way, you can literally like play through flying maps that they've invented and added to Minecraft, and that is so great in my opinion. The idea of like having things you can play by yourself with others competitively on the leaderboards. To this day, there are still people trying to get the best times on these glide maps. Obviously, this is never coming to any other Minecraft version. There are servers on Java. There are partner servers on Bedrock, where obviously, you know, it just makes sense to do it through there. But the fact that this was built into the game, and you didn't have to think like, oh yeah, what server are we going to log on to? How much money do they want from us? No, it's just, do you want to play some Glide with me? I've got the maps. Come over, and we'll play some Temple or some Cavern. You know, we have to play Cavern, right? It's a classic. We have to, every time we go back to a console edition, this is a thing we need to do. Again, just to clarify, this is a game that to anyone on the outside looks like it's just a lazy port of Minecraft to a console, a lazy cash-in, but it's something which was so successful. It sold over I think it might have sold over 20 million copies now, but it sold some absurd number of copies, more than it was ever anticipated to, and also, you know, so much so that it has like a physical disc version available, which is a whole different point. But like, look, this is so weird that we're like playing, you know, like a gliding map built inside of Minecraft. It has custom music made by, I think it's Gareth Coker. Like, they got a custom artist in to make these, you know, tracks, etc. And they've got all these custom mechanics of like the boosts and the, oh, we should not be going up there. They've got all these custom mechanics going on, and it's just been so long since I played Glide, and like, oh, I miss it. It's been some time, right? It's been some time. This is Minecraft. You know, we are just flying an elite show, but the fact that they turned it into this whole other thing, and this is just one of 3 mini games, is something that has to be praised. No other port of any other game can I name that's got such a cult following over the original version on the original platform. You know, Minecraft is a PC game ostensibly. You know, Java at least is, you know, PC, Mac, and Linux. But the fact that it went from that into, oh lord, into, you know, what we have here, where we can fly around, and the custom-made maps. Look at the detail in this map as we look around here. This all had to be made by hand by a dedicated team of actual artists employed from one of the universities in Scotland. I forget the name, Abertay, I think. It's one of the like leading game design universities, and they get people from these, you know, like they have a huge number of staff that they use to you know, employ and use to make these maps. Something no one else would ever think to do for an indie game, but something that happened for Minecraft regardless. And I think it's just, again, they've got all these different things, like there's custom hearts, etc. They've got like a little race bar at the bottom. There's so many tiny thoughts that had to go into making this. And I love that someone did. I love that not just anyone did, but the people in charge of Minecraft consoles did. I love that instead of just being a lazy port, this is one of the greatest console games of all time. And that is a console game which hasn't been updated, again, since TU69, nice, in 2018. That is a game that is running on a platform that really, you know, most other games stopped being updated in 2012, 2013. But Minecraft kept on for another 6 years, and it is stunning to see it on a 360. Sure, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4 editions are going to be much more powerful versions of the same thing. But the fact that it runs at all, let alone competently, let alone with all of the features intact, over here on the 360, that is a tribute. You know, that is a testament to some madmen doing some mad things for, you know, reasons that they didn't need to do. You know, I'm sure their contract didn't say they had to keep it updated, but they chose to anyway, and they chose to do so with split screen and with so many other small features you wouldn't even think about, leaderboards, you know? It's absolutely crazy in so many ways, and yeah, does Minecraft 360 hold up against what would be the question? Against any other 360 game? Yes. Against Minecraft as it is? I mean, if you have the choice, maybe not. But if you don't have the choice, or if you want some nostalgia, heck yeah. But I mean, yeah, as far as like, how good is this game compared to any other 360 game of its time? So much better because of the attention that was put into the game after the fact in ways you can't describe. The amount of time and love I put into this, obviously, the reason I'm making this video is I love Minecraft, you know, 360. It has a special place in my heart, not just because I've played this game for so many years. Across, you know, I've played thousands of hours of the 360. I think I've played tens of thousands of hours of Minecraft Xbox One Edition, and it's getting into that same you know, ballpark for Minecraft Bedrock on the Xbox One. I've got so many hours in Minecraft across all the versions, including this one right here, of course, because I love Minecraft. And all of that started right here in the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft. I played some Minecraft on a PC before, but I didn't have like reliable access to a way to actually play it. So when it came to 360, I was like, wow, yes, Minecraft's finally coming out. Heck yeah, will I do that? And I just figured like, you know what, maybe there are some people who want to see the 360 version of Minecraft. So I decided to upload some videos, just like my Let's Play. And that random Let's Play all those years ago that I just decided to upload is the only reason that I have a channel that is still going and still running to this day. If I hadn't have just taken the leap and, you know, been in the right place at the right time, decided to, you know, make some Minecraft videos, talk about my thoughts, build some stuff that I was vaguely interested in, if I hadn't decided to do that, then all of this, my whole life, really wouldn't be possible. And it sounds so dumb to say Minecraft is what made a big portion of my life, but it is true on some real level. And as a result of that, I want to say thank you not only to all of you who have watched over the years, some of you found me from the 360 days and are still watching here to this day, but thank you to this version of Minecraft and to all the weird versions of games for allowing more people to get into them. You might think that a port is dumb. You might think that, like, you know, I don't know, Minecraft, you know, like running on VR or whatever else is a super dumb idea because it's only for a small percent of players. But the truth is like players, you know, some people only have a platform and they want to play your games, and giving people, you know, even on like the 3DS edition, for instance, giving those people opportunity to play your game is important, and having a good version of the game to be played as opposed to an awful port. If you look at even like Valve, they launched Counter-Strike Global Offensive on console. They stopped updating it like months after it came out. Team Fortress 2, same thing. Every other game that is a major PC game that they port over to a console, they get lazy and they forget about because they just decide it's not worth their time on some financial level. And the fact that Minecraft never decided to do that, the fact that they kept this game going for so long, is something I just want to have some gratitude towards the people at 4J Studios, you know, for keeping happen. They said they would update the game for as long as they humanly could, and the fact that they stuck to that word is something that you don't often appreciate in big companies and in big game places. So often will a company say something and then tell their people to say the opposite, and it seems like those people are lying. It sucks that, like, it's the front-end staff that always get the bad end of that because they have to do what they are told, etc. But when you see a company that does want to stick to its words, that does want to do what they have said, that is something that I always feel like should be appreciated. So today, May the 9th, is 4J Studios Appreciation Day. This is something we always have to thank them for, and something every year I imagine they get a little nostalgic about. I'm still so curious to see what they do next. I love Minecraft. Minecraft's always going to be at least if not the most important, then very, very clearly one of the most important games in my life. I'm very curious to see what 4J Studios do next, because again, they seem to have the commitment to values and community that I'm very curious about. But also, I'm curious to see how Minecraft goes from here. The fact that a 2018 version of Minecraft running on a 2005 console is playable and fun makes me think like, wow, now they're all focused on the same thing, that being Bedrock and that being Java. Now everyone's focused on making these two versions of the games the best they can be and making them last for another 100 years or whatever. Now I am so curious, like, so now, where do things go from here? Good places, I imagine. Good places. But maybe that's just me. Maybe you disagree, and maybe you think that I should stop rhyming things with me. But the most important thing of all is that I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, we're coming up on my 11-year anniversary on YouTube. I'm always reminded of the fact that this is a very, you know, you can disappear in a minute, and the fact that you haven't chosen me to disappear is something that is kind of nice. May the 27th, in case you're curious, is when we have been on YouTube for 11 years. It's very weird to imagine that as a 24-year-old, almost half my life now has been on YouTube in some way. And the fact that any of you have put up with that is nice to me. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, because if you did, then I hope you will decide to watch me all in some point in the future. But thank you, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.